today's video, I'll be showing you guys the best controller settings in order to help you improve. And I've been trying out a bunch of different controller settings in order to find the best builds and edits, and I finally found the right ones. And with these settings, not only will you have crazy mechanics, but you'll also have insane aim. I promise you, you won't be missing a single shot. And if you guys don't know, I've officially dropped my own 1v1 map. I have a bunch of amazing game settings, just like slow motion and also customized HP. Now this map doesn't feature too many game settings, so it can have zero delay. Not only that, but in this map I'll always have all of the new updated weapons for each season. And I know a lot of you guys are looking to max out your battle pass and level up quickly. Well, thankfully I've made a secret XP room in my map that can help you. All you have to do is wait for the timer to run out, and once it runs out you can collect all these coins and just look at how much XP you'll gain and how quickly you'll level up. Also, if you come to the other side of the map, I have 5 secret pages of different settings that can help you out. While you wait for the timers to run out for both the settings and the XP room, make sure you guys are 1v1ing a friend with the code at the top of the screen. And one of the best ways to support me as a creator is to head over to the item shop and use my code. As you guys can see here, Fortnite have been dropping a ton of amazing skins, so before you purchase any cosmetics or even that battle pass, type in my code Dropz. If you're using my code, make sure you guys comment down below and I'll be hearting some of you guys' comments. But now let's quickly get into a ranked game, and after the gameplay I'll be showing you guys all of my new updated settings and sensitivity. Oh no, I'm contested. No, where's the weapon? It's over. Oh, I got a pistol. Oh my gosh, no! Oh, where did he come from, bro? 30? 6, 7? Oh, let's go, GG's. There's no way he lost that. I'm at a bloom battle. Peek. Oh my gosh, my aim is insane. Oh wait. Oh my, how did I only hit a 57 headshot? And now this guy's seeing me. 45? Edit. 200. Oh, let's go. Should have lost that. Oh, I gotta reload. Come here. Oh my. He almost pieced me up. Is that a guy there? What is? Oh my, bro, this strike AR is crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. No. I'm going for the clip. No! Cone? Oh, man, I wanted to hit that clip so bad. Yeah, you're getting keyed. Come here. Where's he at? No, he boxed up. Come on, bro. Oh, he's 0 ping. Edit again. Edit again. Give me that. No. 80. Box. Oh my. Where's he going? Bro, why is he running away? No way he went in there. Oh, look at him. Watch this. Oh my! Bro, I just like quad dinked him right there. This guy, why are you trying to fight me in zone? Cracks? That's what you get. No, he's like 1 HP. Wait, he might have died in zone. Come here. Oh, he did. Let me make those mats. I'm low on mats right now. Bro, my aim is different right now. Oh my. No. Oh, I thought I died of 4 damage. $200. It's cold, man. 1v1. Oh, that's aimbot, bro. These settings are insane. Hold on, 50 build. Don't mess up. Oh my, let's go. Now that you guys were able to see some gameplay with me using my settings, it's finally time to show you them. Starting off with my graphics, as you can see here, I'm on 120 FPS mode since I do play on PlayStation 5 and my brightness is set to 150%. Now the user interface contrast, it doesn't really matter, it basically just darkens your menu, so I just have it set to 1x. But one graphic setting that is important is your colorblind mode and colorblind strength, especially because there is shadows on console, so sometimes it may be hard to see in zone. But as you guys can see here, I do play on Tri-10 5 with my motion blur turned off. Motion blur can cause delay, so I just turn it off. For my volume settings, as you guys can see here, main is really the only important one, which is at 100%, and the rest of these don't really matter too much. But one important setting here is down out sound, which is visual sound effects. Visual sound effects is basically an indicator that will show you on your screen whenever someone's healing or just moving around, and it's super important for like playing any cash cups or just playing ranked in general. It's super effective, so if you don't use this setting, I 100% recommend turning this on. Now going on to my voice chat, these settings really aren't too important, so you guys can just pause to see what you need to see. Now going on to my language and region, as you guys can see here, my ping is around 37 ms. Both my toggle sprint and auto open doors is set to on. My mantle activation is set to hold jump, while my hurdle activation is set to press jump. For my combat settings, all of these are set to off, and preferred item slots, I don't have any customized. Now for auto sort consumables to the right, this is a pretty good setting. I would recommend this. Basically all of my health and shields goes to the right side of my inventory automatically whenever I pick something up. Now for reset building choice, this is an important setting. If you have this off, whenever you want to place one build and you try to go place another build, it'll have delay in between that because it'll still be stuck on the last build that you previously placed down. Now for turbo building, you guys need to make sure you have this on. If you don't have this on, every build that you place will have a huge amount of delay, so just turn this on. Both of these settings are super important and I would recommend having both of them on. For simple edit, I do have this off. I tried it for a video once and honestly I didn't like it at all because I couldn't control my crosshair whenever I wanted to make a certain edit, so I've always had it off. For disable pre-edit options, I do have this on, but this is honestly a really good setting if you use it in cash cups or ranks, so whatever you guys just think, is personal preference. Auto confirm edits, I have this set to none. I've used it for both one time, but I just don't think it's for me, so I've always had it set to none. My tutorial is off. My extra game options are all set to on. My minimum FOV and maximum FOV is 75 degrees and 105 degrees. Your FOV stands for field of view, so it's basically whatever gameplay that you see on your screen. Now going on to the rest of the settings on this page, if we go down to replays, make sure that all the replays are turned off to have the least amount of delay. Now going on to my reticle and damage feedback, all of these settings as you guys see here are turned on, and going on to my damage numbers, instead of playing cumulative, I do have it set to list. My reticle damage feedback is set to hidden icons with my damage number scales at 125%. My HUD options and my HUD scale set to 70%. This is a pretty good percentage, so it isn't taking up your whole screen, and also it isn't too small. For the rest of these settings, as you guys can see here, most of these are turned off except the last one, which is creative runtime performance. For the rest of these settings, gyro options, I don't use any of these settings, but do make sure that you have all of these settings off so you can have the least amount of delay. Just having these settings on alone will have some delay in your gameplay, so just make sure they're all turned off. Not only for that, but this next page is mouse sensitivity. All of these settings need to be turned off as well, and none of these settings are important to me since I do play on controller, but having these off obviously will give you the least amount of delay. And for keybinds, I don't use any of these since I am on controller, so none of these are useful. Now these next few settings will be super important, so make sure you guys listen closely. Starting off with my input, my invert controller view is off and my aircraft controller controls is set to on. My invert fighter controls is set to off, and my controller auto run is set to off as well. If you play Builder Pro, make sure you have Build Immediately Builder Pro on. This is super effective and will give you the least amount of delay. Both my edit hold time and my simple edit hold time are set to 0.1. For my slide hold time, I do have it set to the highest. This is just so I don't accidentally misclick and slide on accident. Reset camera access is set to pitch, and my reset camera time is set to the lowest with the vibration feature off. Make sure it's set to off to have less delay. For my quick weapon features, a lot of these settings I don't really use, so none of these are that important to me. As you can see, most of of these settings here are turned off, but where it gets really important is my sensitivity. My build mode is set to 2.1 while my edit mode is set to 2.2. A bunch of pros use around the same sensitivity, so I would recommend giving it a try. First person mode, I have it set to the default, which is 1.0 with use advanced options on. Now for my advanced look sensitivity, my look horizontal speed and also my look vertical speed are both set to 40%. My turning horizontal boost is set to 2% with the rest of my other boosts turned off. Now going on to my advanced aim down sights, are also known as ADS. My horizontal is how I rotate left and right while using aim down sights, and my vertical is how I rotate up and down while using aim down sights. Both of them are set to 13%. And for my ADS, I do have all of my boosts turned off as well. For my scope speed multiplier, I did change it from the default and it's now set to 1.1. For my advanced sensitivity, my look damping time is set to 0 and my look input curve is set to linear. The reason I prefer linear over exponential is because linear uses raw stick input, which basically gives me more control over my joysticks, and although exponential may give you better precision, overall my builds, edits, and aim are all better on linear. For your precision and tracking aim assist strength, make sure they're both set to 100%. If anyone tells you to set it to 99%, do not listen to them, just make sure it's at 100%. Now for my controller dead zone, my left stick is set to 7% while my right stick is set to 8%. My L2 and R2 release are both at 5%. Having a good dead zone is super important, especially so you're not stiff and you don't have bad aim. If your dead zone is set too high, you may be too stiff, and if your dead zone is set too low, you may have stick drift, so just make sure it's in between, and 7 and 8% has been perfect for me. For adaptive triggers, make sure all of these are turned off. Adaptive triggers give you so much delay, so just make sure each setting is turned off. Now for my controller binds, I do play on Custom Builder Pro, and you guys can pause the video at any time to see any specific setting, but one setting that I will explain is down in the edit section, but I'll show you guys once we get to that. And just make sure you guys copy each section perfectly, because there is a bunch of random controller settings for Fortnite. I don't know why, but you could mess up a certain setting, so just make sure that you list each setting correctly. We're on my edit section. As you guys can see, I have a different confirm, and also I have a different edit bind. Having two different edit binds is super effective, and it will double your edit speed instantly. If you have the same bind, that means you have to click it twice, and there's a huge amount of delay whenever you have to do that. So I recommend having two separate edit binds that are different from each other, and watch how quick you will edit your next build. For the rest of these settings, I'm going to be ending off the video here. You guys can pause to see anything that you'd like. Thank you guys so much for all support on all of my recent videos. Don't forget to drop a like and comment, and if you've made it this far, make sure you comment down below PS5. If you comment down below, I'll be hearting some of your guys' comments, and also don't forget to use code Dropz in the Fortnite item shop.